Hi and welcome to another Dech Academy video. Here I have question 17 of the June 2013 maths exam. And we have a question saying a chord is 2 centimeters from the center of a circle. If the radius of the circle is 5 centimeters, find the length of the chord. So here we have a circle, and as you can see, I've drawn a line joining 2 points of the circumference, and this line here is a chord, and that's the definition of a chord. But we've been given some important information. We've been told the chord is 2 centimeters from the center of the circle. So the center of the circle will be somewhere here. This is just a sketch. And you can take that distance to be the perpendicular distance. That is, if I draw a line from the center to the chord, they're telling me that this has a length of 2 centimeters. And I'm saying that's a right-angled line. That line makes a right angle with the chord. We've only been told that the radius of the circle is 5 centimeters. So what I'm going to do next is, from the center to this point here on the circumference, which also touches the chord, the end of the chord, the length is 5. The same thing here, the length is 5, because if you recall, the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the circumference. So now we have a sort of triangle going on here, and I'm going to redraw the triangle outside. And we're going to focus just on the triangle, because what we need to do is find the length of the chord. So I'm just going to draw the triangle outside. So this has a length 5, height of 2, right angle here, and this is the length of the chord. We don't know what the length of the chord is. Let the length of the chord be an unknown. So let's call the unknown variable, let's call it x. Now, if I know x, I can proceed. I want to call the length of this bit here a, and the length of this other side here b. That is to say, x is a plus b. I hope it's clear what I'm doing. So I'm just breaking it down. I'm breaking the big triangle here into 2 triangles. So if you watch, one half of the triangle is as follows. You have the side that's 5 centimeters in length. You have the other side that's 2 centimeters. And you have this side with length A. I just define that randomly. Now, given that this triangle here is a right angle, it means that Pythagoras' theorem applies, i.e. the length of the hypotenuse squared, so 5 squared, is equal to the sum of the length of the other side, so a squared plus 2 squared, from Pythagoras' theorem. So we can get what a is. That means 25 equals a squared plus 4. That means a squared equals 25 minus 4, or rather, let's do it this way. 25 minus 4 equals a squared. 25 minus 4 is 21, which equals a squared. Therefore, a is the square root of 21. Now, if we look at the other, remember, x is a plus b. I found a now. If I know b, I just add a and b together to get x. Let's look at the other half of the triangle and consider it separately. Again, they share the same height. The 2 triangles share the same height. So this is also 2. As you recall from the image I just showed, this is 5, and this is b. It's also a right angle triangle, so Pythagoras' theorem applies again. So the length of the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the other sides. So 2 squared plus b squared. So we have 25 squared plus 4. I said 25 squared, of course not. 25 equals 4 plus b squared. 25 minus 4 equals b squared. 21 equals b squared. That means b squared is 21. Meaning b is the square root. If you take the square root of both sides, you get b equals square root of 21. So now we know that a is the square root of 21, and b is also the square root of 21. And from the definition I've given, x is a plus b. Therefore, x, the length of the chord, is a plus b, which is a root 21 plus b, which is also root 21. And you recall from surds, this can be written as 2 root 21. So from surd, yeah, that's the end, and that's the length of the chord, 2 root 21 centimeters, because all the lengths were given in centimeters in this question. If you call from surd, I mean, if you have root 5 plus root 5, or let's do it this way, root A plus root A is 2 root A. And that's what's been done here. So you need to remember this. It's the same thing, let's say 2 root B minus root B, I get root B. I mean, you can think of the whole root A thing as an X. The same way you treat a variable X, the same way you treat root A. I think that's the way you should think about it. So if anytime you get confused and you have situations involving square roots and you add them together, so you have something like root 10 plus root 10, just think of what would you do if you had X plus X? You get 2X. So just say, well, X is root 10. So replace X with root 10, 2 root 10. I mean, this is a digression. I expect you to understand these concepts for your lessons, and the main focus here is on drawing circles and drawing triangles within circles, applying Pythagoras theorem, knowing what a chord is, and really that is all it is. So just to clarify what I did with the triangle I extracted from the circle, I called this whole base X, and then I divided it into the 2 bits. Wow. Into the 2 bits, and basically said, let this bit be A, and let this bit be B, so that A plus B will be X. And I worked on this triangle first. Using Pythagoras theorem, I got what A was. I worked on this triangle next. Using Pythagoras theorem, I got what B was. And as I know, X is A plus B, and I got what X is. And if you recall from the circle, the chord is this length, which I called X, which I drew here. So this triangle is this. I just drew it out separately because I didn't need the circle anymore. If you have any questions, any comments, just leave them. And thanks for watching.